Hello, lacrosse fans, and welcome to the friendly confines of Children's Arena in Oshawa, Ontario for Week 5 of the Arena Lacrosse League as the Timbermen entertain the Shockwave. I'm Lance Wynn alongside JVI Productions. Glad to have you with us. Starting goalies for today's game for St. Catharines, it'll be Grant Crawley, who gets the nod, and between the pipes for Peterborough, Nick DeMod will get the call. Head coaches for the Shockwave in his third season, Ron Mouser Henry. His assistants are Roger Chrysler and Clancy Ames. And Joe Sullivan is at the helm for the Timbermen. His assistants are Ray Dance and Derek Krupp. Officials for today's game as we're just underway here. Michael Sutcliffe is the crew chief. He's joined by Brandon Hessen and Matt Chamois. And we are set to go here with first possession goes to the Timbermen. And they will immediately go to work on offense. Swinging it around and a quick shot. Better stop, and now the Shockwave will come in. They force a turnover, and the Timbermen now will go back to work. Good attack, but a better save from Crawley. Shockwave now coming, of course, undefeated, top of the standings at 4-0. Quick shot through the wickets. So Corey Becker opens the scoring. And on their first possession, the Shockwave take a 1-0 lead. So St. Catharines jumps out in front early here. Despite the Timbermen controlling the opening possession, they have it now, and they'll set things up on offense. Tanner Poole draws a double team. He'll weave out of traffic there and dump it off. He'll remain on offense. Brandenburg at the top of the key there for the Timberman attack. Ball remains loose, and Peter will pick it up. Quick 2-on-1, quick stick. No chance by a good attempt, by Brandenburg. Not able to complete the quick stick, and the Shockwave will bring it back and set up. That's flipped and picked off. Brandenburg tries the switch hand, weak shot, steered aside easily by Crawley, and here come the Shockwave. They'll wait and set things up. These two teams 1-2 in the standings. Josh Becker out there working the top as they go around the horn. Good drive to the net. No angle, though, at all, as Anthony Patterson took it, and he's going to draw a penalty. We'll have our first Visionware power play of the game. Greg Riley, the guilty party. He'll spend 2 minutes in the box for slashing. And the Shockwave power play will go to work, and it's a good one. Although their PK is better, just 43% on the power play by the Shockwave, so certainly needs some improvement there. On the flip side, the Peterborough penalty kill is only at 27%, so two teams struggling a bit on that end of the special teams. Timberman now will try to work some clock and kill some of that penalty. Minute 35 to go. That pass steered away, scooped up off the boards by Ty Thompson, one of the leading scorers on this team. Picked up, but it's going to be an interference call. And the Shockwave will nullify that penalty as they'll send a man to the box. Dustin Gatt, guilty party, and we'll play some 4-on-4 here with just under 12:30 to go here, opening quarter. That pass from Crawley a little bit far, but a good job by Saul Vanderzalm to track it down, working on the half boards. He'll remain on offense as the remainder of the Shockwave attack will come out and set things up. That shot attempt wide off the mesh, and to play it where it lies. Timberman now will get possession deep in the Shockwave offensive end. Good attempt there. That was Doug Utting. But again, Crawley had the angle covered. And with 11:50 to go here, opening quarter, it's still the Shockwave up 1 now. Team still playing 4-on-4. Good dump off Looking down low on the crease. Patterson had a notion, weaving around. Can't find an opening. Backhand, no-look pass was a beauty. On the money to Josh Becker, not able to capitalize, but they get the rebound, get a fresh clock. 23 seconds left in the minor. Patterson sized that up, got a good shot off, and again, fighting for his rebound, knocks it back. Shockwave again will have another fresh clock to work with. Inside of 10 seconds, out a good overhand, but can't find the mark from Becker. And the Timbermen now will come away with it. Croy Arnold having all kinds of problems, manages to get it over the timeline, coughs it up, 2-on-1 now, looking for that lead pass. Can't find him. Good transition defense from the Timbermen. They work it down low, and a good attempt looking short side from Becker. Better hustle to try to track it down. Timbermen, though, will bring it up with 10 seconds to go in the Shockwave minor. A very brief power play here for Mark Brandenburg and the Timbermen. Brandenburg working left side, dodges through a couple, all even now, 5 aside. That pass goes wide. Good attempt from Ty Thompson, but again, Crowley right there, and here come the Shockwave with numbers, 3-on-2. Get back to the trailer, looking down low, not there, good save. So solid beat between the pipes is Nick DeMott, and in transition, 5-hole, getting the job done was Colton Armstrong. And we're all tied 1-1. Tied here with just over 10 minutes to go, opening quarter. Loose off the drop, picked up by the Shockwave. They'll get it and move it up. And not in time, 8-second violation. James Calhoun not able to get it over the timeline, and the Timbermen now will go to work. Timbermen working the left side. Duck it in, but a tough angle for Thompson. And Crowley has been right where he should be early in this game. Good outlet, got to hurry to get it over the timeline. Although, looks like we might be having some issues with our 30-second clock. We're going to keep a manual count as the Shockwave now will work it around. Took his eye off it, managed to recover. Good stick check. And with time winding down, it's going to be possession to the Timbermen. Good defensive set there as the D locked down all the opposition and forced a turnover. Timbermen now going to work on offense here. Bradenberg, of course, at the top. He's the quarterback. Looking for the screen and roll, not there. Cough it up, good speed in transition. And a good shot attempt, but steered aside by DeMott. So Calhoun was put on the burners, had a good attempt, but not able to find the back of the net. And we're at the 9-minute mark of the first. Shockwave, good defense, that off the top of the crossbar. Reset, and the Timbermen now will get a fresh 30 to work with. Working the screen and roll. Thompson dumped it off, but Blake Kenny not able to handle it, and with plenty of time on the shot clock, 10 seconds to go here. Good overhand, that's blocked, and it'll be tipped, and possession will stay here, and we're for sure to have another Visionware power play. To go here after the officials' timeout. Second Visionware power play of the game for the Shockwave. And it'll be Alex Henry that will quarterback.
Peterborough penalty, number 22, 2 minutes for dead ball foul.
Good attempt, scooped up though by DeMott, and he'll look for an outlet, gotta hurry, and he whips it down into the far corner off the wall. Possession going the other way. And we're not sure here, as looks like there will be a penalty call. Looks like a too many men call. to go
St. Catharines bench minor.
4-on-4 with 8 minutes to go here, and a good long pass, but too far. Goes netminder to netminder, and this one will get moved up by the Timbermen. 3-on-2. Looking down low, taking that sidearm was Cameron Simpson. And that'll go the length of the floor, and they'll work it back over the timeline for a fresh 30. Minute to go in the first penalty, minute 23 to go in the other. So it'll be another brief power play. Underhand finds the mark. So Aaron Woods gets on the score sheet with his first of the game. And the Timbermen lead this one 2-1. Set to go here. Violation's going to give the ball to the Shockwave.
Peterborough goal, scrubber number 7, Aaron Woods.
And they'll go to work on offense here.
Woods from Hartford.
So the goal doesn't nullify either of the penalties because it is a double minor. The Shockwave now looking. Good overhand. Steered aside by DeMott, and ball loose in the corner. Picked up, but a good hard check right on the hip was enough to force a turnover. Timberman now working on offense, waiting for the trailer. Good fake, looking for that far side was Tanner Poole. Timberman, though, and had a notion, did Briar Jonathan. And he'll get it back out to Vradenburg, and he will draw a crowd like normal. Goes with the swim, loses it momentarily. Shot clock winding down to 3. Got to get it off, gets on target. Ball loose in the corner, picked up by the Shockwave. They're going to try to hustle and move it over the timeline. 6:25 to go here, opening quarter. One penalty out, just 6 seconds left in the other. And the Shockwave will hold it and wait. They go to full strength. All even now. With 5 on the shot clock, double team. Almost picked up and knocked back. That's going to be Peterborough ball as they're going to go back to work here. And a good job by Doug Udding. Does a lot of the dirty work in the corners. Not afraid to get in there and mix it up. Aaron Woods. Kick it back out to Simpson. He'll swing it across to Vradenburg. Around the horn it goes, left side. Looking for an opening, waiting on a screen. Vradenburg can't set one. Thompson gives, goes, quick underhand, stopped by Crowley. Ball loose, and it's crease ball. Shockwave now will get a chance to move it over the timeline. Defense for the Orange come out as the Shockwave will wait for their attack. Long shot, wide of the mark. Picked up by the Timbermen, and they'll move it up in transition. Good pass ahead, and an excellent job of team defense. And the Shockwave now will get it over the timeline, dance around, and look for an opening. Johnny Jimerson waits for help, gets it. And a good effort and a better bounce shot from Josh Becker. His first of the game. And we're all tied 2-2. 4:42 to go here, opening quarter, all tied up. Two top teams in the all going at it here. So no real surprise. It's been a hard-hitting first quarter. Good job in transition, but it's a 2-on-2 mark, and there'll be a delayed penalty or two. And it looks like for retaliation, Briar Jonathan's going to go and may have had too much to say as well. And that looks like the case as Jonathan's going to pick up 2 initially, and back to work go the Shockwave now with another Visionware power play, their third of the game. Briar Jonathan lucky to get away with just a 2-minute minor. by the good graces, and a good outlet pass, and the Timbermen will get it up over the line. Vredenberg had a notion, pulled it back. They'll look to work some clock here with 1:32 to go in the man short. Woods, one-on-one, going to be a handful. Vredenberg will work around, draws another defender. They dump it down. Shot clock goes, and it'll be Shockwave ball. 1:19 to go in the power play. And this is a very, very efficient Shockwave power play. We said their penalty kill was at 27%. Their power play units at over 100%. Good double team there with under a minute to go in the power play. Shot down the floor in transition, looking for that far corner was Josh Becker. Couldn't find the mark. Timberman now will get it up deep into the Shockwave offensive end. Simpson. You'll need two to take him down as he draws a crowd. Does a great job to hang on to it, still going to the net, and they're going to call an interference at the very least. Got to be calling a hold, or that might even be classified as an assault in some places, as we'll have another Vision Ware power play. Greg Riley, the guilty party. He'll go for holding. And there's already been 6 penalties here in this opening quarter, and again, Simpson, man on a mission, drawing another penalty. My apologies, I labeled the wrong guilty party. Mikey Shea got the initial penalty, and Dustin Gatnow will join him in the box. And be just a man short, 4-on-3 for another 15 seconds. As Simpson will look for an opening, try to gap that triangle. Vredenberg look for the backhand to Thompson. Thompson tracks it down, 15 on the shot clock. Kicks it back out, Vredenberg. Good flip down low, tries a jump shot, reset. That's picked up by Woods. 1 penalty's done, so it'll be a 2-man power play now. They'll keep 1 man back on the insurance and work that, and it's Vredenberg, team's leading scorer, that finds the mark for the first time here, and it's 3-2 Timbermen. So Mikey Shea's out of the box, but still 1:25 to go in the Gat penalty, and the Timbermen now will try to work some clock here, get the right troops out, and go back to work in a power play situation here. Doing a long time to get their 5th guy out there with under 10 to go in the shot clock. Worked around underhand. Good foot save. And that's a reset. Not sure where the mix-up was. It looked like there was a reset on the play, but apparently not. So off the foot, no reset. Got to gain possession. Shockwave now go to work on offense. Becker working the half boards. Quick skip pass. Not able to handle it. And here come the Timbermen. The breakaway. Good fake. Easy stop. Made that one look easy on Colton Armstrong. Good forechecking by the Timbermen. They force another turnover. Flipped it back. They return the favor. 1:10 to go here, opening quarter. Becker looking for good hands and a better finish. So Chris Atwood, we know he's got good hands, finds the back of the net for the first time. And we're all tied, 3-3. Violation off the draw, and the Shockwave now will go to work. Final minute of the opening quarter, and a lot's gone on here. Saul Vanderzalm will kick it back out to Atwood. Atwood will wait and set things up. Patterson out there as well. Atwood never shy. Shot goes wide. Under 10 on the shot clock. Good job by Vanderzalm to retrieve it, but he loses it. Body check, and That is going to cost the Shockwave another 2 minutes as Alex Henry, no problem in field, okay in hockey, but not so here in the Arena Lacrosse League. Under 20 to go here in the quarter. Timbermen working for the last shot. Dump it down. Delayed penalty. Simpson grabs it. Swing it back out. Vradenberg. Shot steered aside as they do a good job with 2 seconds to go. It'll be another Visionware power play. .1 to go here. Long shot dumped down, and that will do it for the first quarter. We're all tied 3-3 at the end of 15. I see it. Locked and loaded here for the second quarter. These two teams tied 3-3. Timbermen and the Shockwave. Two teams 1-2 in the standings, both unbeaten. Shockwave come in at 4-0, Timbermen at 3-0. In case you joined us last week, there were some weather issues in Paris, so we had to postpone one of those games. So we are, though, in week 5 here as the Timbermen power play will go to work with 1:35 to go. The man advantage. Vradenberg at the top, working around the horn. Thompson working on the left side. Interchange. Vradenberg cocks it back. Can't find the mark, and it'll go to the Timbermen. Spoke earlier about the Shockwave and their penalty kill. Their penalty kill's much better than their power play. 63% on the kill, as a good job by Kyle Pedwell to hold on to that, kick it back out to DJ Nedelko. Nedelko with 10 on the shot clock, looking for an interchange, swings it back out top. Josh Becker draws a crowd, flips it down behind the net, does a good job, but now there's just 50 seconds to go in the power play. Here come the Timbermen. They'll be very deliberate here on offense. Same unit out there with Vradenberg running the top. Out there with Simpson on the right side. He'll gap that box, look for an opening. And you see, not the traditional box shape in a box, but an ever-changing diamond. And you do that to force the shooters out just a little bit further out of range, give your goalie a little bit more time to see that ball coming from a bit further away. 15 seconds to go in the penalty here, as the Shockwave now will try to kill some time. Corey Becker. Good fake, goes to the net, tries to jump, angle covered by DeMott, and he'll quickly shoot the outlet to Vradenberg. Will knock it down, corral it, and he'll wait for the troops. Teams at full strength now, 5-on-5. Vradenberg, good cross-court feed, but Woods plays the carom nicely. Dumps it back out. And they swing it around the horn, looking down low, definitely not there. So had the notion, did Joe Hall, but execution not there. Good try on the quick stick. Not able to get that rebound. Looks like it's going to be an interference call. And Clay Arnold down there battling hard, and here come the Timbermen. Thompson working the half boards, looking to screen. He'll curl up, good defense. He'll flip it off and come with the overhand, and he does, and it's a big one. That's Blake Kenny with his second of the game. And it's 4-3 Timbermen. Of course, my apologies one more time. That's McKinney's first of the game. I had him marked down for a penalty as opposed to a goal off the draw. Shockwave looking in transition. Flip back, and teetering on that line and doing it well was Dylan LaPrade. And now the Shockwave attack will go to work. Atwood gets a screen from Patterson, looking to screen and roll. Atwood, quick shot, sniffed the 5-hole, not there, and we'll have another Timbermen penalty. Brett Coons, the guilty party. He'll go for roughing. And the Shockwave now will go to work on their 4th Visionware power play of this game. Trailing this one 4-3. Around the horn it goes. Patterson on the right side. Good overhand by Henry. And it's going to go off a defender and remain here for a fresh 30. Minute and a half to go in the power play. Kick back out. Patterson swings it back left side. Looking for an opening and finding it. Pinpoint accuracy. Getting it done, and we're all tied 4-4. Johnny Jimerson's first of the game. Ties it one more time, and off the draw it'll be Simpson double teamed and over and back call. Shockwave now will bring it back in transition. Quick pass and a better save by DeMod. Timberman now will work it back up the other way. Zach Thompson, a good job to elude a defender. Flip, he'll retreat. Bradenberg in the offense will come back out. Curling around, ill-advised pass, better defense. Here come the Shockwave with numbers. That ball's knocked away, corralled. And the Shockwave now will attack again. Good swing pass. One step, and it was a good big one by Josh Becker. Not able, though, to find that far corner. And the Shockwave now will set things back up. Atwood. Flip, good fake. Henry weaves his way in, up, and can't find the mark off the post. And they'll get a fresh 30 on the reset. Atwood, underhand, blocked by Vradenberg just a bit, enough for it to go wide. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Tied 4-4. Henry swings it over. Atwood manages to recover. Underhand pass telegraphed, ill-advised, and that's going to be Timberman ball, and we're going to have ourselves an official's timeout. 9:50 to go here in the second quarter. Teams at full strength here as the Timberman offense goes back to work. Joe Hall dumps it off, looking for Blake Kenny. Kenny battling for it, but Shockwave come away with it. It's a long lead pass. LaPrade is going to use his speed. Can't track it down, though. He did momentarily, but Doug Udding took it from him, and Udding now will bring it back, work the half boards. He'll dump and retreat. Bradenberg now will get to where he should, and the offense will go to work. Swinging around, Simpson. It's a good job, tries to flip, tried to dump that off, and that's going to be an interference call. It's going to stay possession Peterborough. Woods. Tell you, it takes a lot to take that from Simpson. Bradenberg does a nice roll, goes to the net and tucks it in. No goal called. Crease. Here come the Shockwave. Wasted no time out the back door. Bad pass. And not able to corral that were Peterborough. And again, Udding doing a good job defensively. And with 8:35 to go here, the Timbermen now will go back to work on offense. Thompson. And a beauty goal. So Ty Thompson on the score sheet. His 14th of the season, and it's 5-4 Timbermen. Ty Thompson lights the lamp for the first time here in this game. As the seesaw battle continues, Timbermen deep in their end are going to have to do a good job to hurry to get it out. Only have a couple seconds, but good composure from Tanner Poole and a better pass and finish. So good transition lacrosse results in a 6-4 Timbermen lead. So in the blink of an eye, the largest lead of the game goes to the Timbermen. They're up 2 now, and in transition, they've got some momentum. Good save from Crawley.
Assist for number 11, Joe Hall. Number 22, Bill Kenny. Time of that goal, 6:40. Peterborough, 6 goal. Scored by number 81, Cameron Simpson.
So Cameron Simpson gets credit for his first of this game. And the Shockwave now need to halt the momentum. A 2-goal run by the Timbermen, and that bounce pass out of the back door to Simpson, and he will swing it across to Clay Arnold. Arnold gets a hit, retreats to the bench. Fred Hartley. Curl out, kick it back to Thompson. Thompson on the give and go to Vradenberg. Good save. Ball loose. Shockwave pick it up. Simpson forechecking. He'll retreat. And a good pass. Had a notion. Found the trailer. So a good job by Vanderzalm. Good decision. Patterson gets muscled out. Still working one-on-one. Goes to the far corner. Can't find the mark. Timbermen now will come away with it. 6:40 to go here in the first half. Dumping down low, drawn, and finding the post. Outstanding job by Woods down on the crease, but not able to find the back of the net. Timbermen, though, seem to be putting the pressure on. With a 2-goal lead, the trailer, and finding the mark. It's Joe Wasson, his first of the game, and it's 7-4 Timbermen. I don't think the officials' timeout can come quickly enough for Ron Henry and his crew, as off the draw, Henry battling for it. Goes to DeMott, and he will loft that outlet up to Udding. Udding will curl out, dump it off, and they'll wait for some help. Jonathan flips it across, the skip pass. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Fake sidearm, missed the mark by Woods. That'll go over for a violation. 5:47 to go here in the second. Timbermen with their largest lead of the game, 7-4. Shockwave could really use a goal here to stop this 3-0 run. And going to get another opportunity on the power play. Weaving his way through traffic was Josh Becker. And we will have another Visionware power play. This time it'll be the Shockwave that go to work. So Travis Elvins, the guilty party, been a goaltending change for the Timbermen. Ethan Woods has come in to take over the net-minding duties. And it'll be a Visionware power play for the Shockwave. Patterson takes on one defender, flips it out. Overhand block, good defense. 10 on the shot clock, ball loose in the corner. Good battle, but the Timbermen will scoop it up and face a double team. That's rolled down. And the Shockwave had it momentarily, but Simpson has it now, and it's going to take more than one to get it off him as he takes a couple hits, rolls on the carpet, gets back up, swims his way, draws another penalty, tries for the far corner. So Simpson, a man on a mission, draws another penalty, and we're going to have an official's timeout on top of another Visionware power play. Set to go as Anthony Patterson, the guilty party. So teams will play 4-on-4 for another minute 10. And then it'll be a Shockwave power play, again a short one. Ty Thompson had an opening momentarily, went to the fake, flipped it back. Vradenberg swing it to the open man, and good job of swinging the ball around. That's the way it's done. Colton Armstrong with his second of the game, and it's 8-4 for the Timbermen. Nothing changes as teams continue to play 4-on-4. So a 5-0 run for the Timbermen have given them an 8-4 lead. Shockwave looking for an answer here to slow down this momentum from the Timbermen. Working the left side. Underhand is blocked, no reset. Josh Becker retrieves his own rebound, look to dump it low. Not there. Shot clock winding down to 2. Quick shot, wide of the mark. It's going to go the other way to the Timbermen. So there has been a goaltending change for the Shockwave as well. Goen Abrams now has come in to take over the net minding duties, and similar to what it's been like for most of the season as LaPrade finds wide open on the crease in Josh Becker, but not able to find the back of the net. Ball continues to be loose. And that's going to be an interference call. It's going to be Peterborough ball. Timberman now working on the half boards. Jonathan dumps it down low, and that pass picked off. Off to the races, 2-on-1. Atwood jumping into the rush. Bounce shot stopped. Atwood's going to corral the rebound and get a fresh clock. Jonathan all over him. Atwood, skip pass, Henry. Henry comes with the underhand. Stopped and picked up by the Timbermen with 2:33 to go here in the half. Tanner Poole will get that ball up there in a hurry. Goes awry though. Shockwave now will come back, and you got to figure they'd like to have a couple, and a parting shot's going to cost Blake Kenny 2 minutes for slashing, as the delayed penalty here with 15 on the shot clock. Shockwave need a little something here. Round the horn, skip pass, fake the underhand, go to the overhand, off the post, reset. Still a delayed penalty, under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Atwood, Henry, swinging in the middle, Patterson. It's a contact, goes to the overhand. It's a reset, and that's going to be interference. And again, we're going to have another Visionware power play for the Shockwave. Minute 46 to go here. Blake Kenny will spend 2 minutes thinking about his sin, and it'll go around the horn for the Shockwave. Atwood at that right shooter spot. Patterson down on the right crease. Working the right side. Atwood again. Overhand. Can't find the mark, and that's going to go off the rafters and will remain here. Shockwave. Again, going to work on their power play. I think I said the Shockwave power play over 100%. Well, wrong to that mark. 80%. Sorry, 43%. And they get it done there as Atwood finds the mark. 8-5. So the Shockwave put an end to that 5-0 run by the Timbermen, and off the draw, ball remains loose in the neutral zone. And Shockwave come away with it. Good hard hit, forces another turnover, and it's flipped back into the defensive end. Fresh 8 to get it over the timeline for the Timbermen. Under a minute to go here in the half. Peterborough will work it around the horn. Jonathan gets a screen, flips it back. Loading that one up from a distance was Joe Hall. Stopped by Abrams, and now the Shockwave will try to cut into this deficit. Trailing by 3 with 30 seconds to go. They put a man right on Chris Atwood as they're playing a box and one. Good quick shot, stopped, and timeout. Timbermen with 23.8 seconds to go in the half. So 23 seconds to go here in the opening half, and Mark Bradenberg will take his time getting it up there. They'll hold it for the final shot here. Shot clock is off. As you can see, a zone setup from the Shockwave. They'll try to keep everything outside. Under 10. 5. Run the play, dump down low, curling around. Gonna have to let it go. Thompson. Good D by the Shockwave. That'll do it after 30 minutes. It's 8-5, Timbermen. All set to go here for third quarter action. 8-5 in favor of the Timbermen. Very entertaining opening 30 minutes, and we look forward to the next 30 as Dylan LaPrade will work it over the timeline. Dangerous cross-court pass, but it finds the mark, and the Shockwave offense now will go back to work here. Able to stop that late 5-0 run by the Timbermen. Get on the scoreboard, close the gap to 3. Patterson, underhand, good stop. Loose in the corner. It looks like Brett Paris now in for the Timbermen here to take care of goaltending duties in the third. Good move. Better save, though. So Tanner Poole, exceptional speed. They corral the rebound now, and Fred Hartley will work in that left side deep in the corner. He'll kick it back out to Kenny. Kenny will swing it across to Simpson. Simpson one-on-one. Tried to tuck it in the far corner. Shockwave 2 have Grant Crawley back in the net. So goaltending by committee. Both these teams have done that in this early part of the Arena Lacrosse League season. And a beautiful hesitation and then finish by Johnny Jimerson. That's his second of the game, and it's 8-6. So Shockwave get on the board first here in the third, and they've closed now to within 2, and they have possession. Flip pass over, and just like that, James Cahoon in transition, and 2 goals in a blink of an eye, and it's 8-7. Hope you didn't blink or anything. You would have missed a couple. Again, this time the Timbermen now off the draw. Good dump, good hands on the grab. And it'll get kicked back out to Armstrong, and he'll float it across to Vradenberg. Shockwave responded just the way Coach Henry wanted them to here, coming out of the locker room with 2 quick goals, and they're looking to add again. Good stop, sniffing that far corner. Was Vanderzalm. As the Timbermen now teetering on that timeline. Simpson will swing it down low. Woods looking for a cutter. Finds Hartley. Hartley rock and roll off the post. So a good job there. As now the Shockwave and Chris Atwood will flip it off and over. Josh Becker gets a screen, no roll. Switch hands. He'll come around working. They flip it down, turn it over. Timberman now will pick it up and go back to work. Paris, good pass, delayed penalty coming to the Shockwave, and we will have another Visionware power play. So here come the Timbermen now, clinging to that 1-goal lead, as they'll go to work on their 6th power play of this game. Vradenberg, of course, the quarterback out there. Keep an eye on Simpson on the right shooter spot as they keep it on the left side. Overhand, stop, picked up by the Shockwave. Going to try to hustle over the timeline. Can't get it over. They do momentarily, but Woods does a good job to fish it off the boards. He'll try to stay away from those boards as he flips it to Simpson, and Simpson will get it out on the reset. 20 on the shot clock, 11:40 to go here in the third. Vredenberg flips it back. Underhand, stopped. Crawley, good outlet pass. Better hesitation move, but an even better stick check. Courtesy Ty Thompson doing some back checking. He'll get it over the timeline and roll it, turn it over. And it'll be Woods now with a defender draped all over him. Has to hurry. And a good job by Vredenberg to tiptoe over the line. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Working the left side. Big overhand. Stopped. Off the screen. Will stay here. So Blake Kenny teeing it up from the left shooter spot. But the angle covered by Crawley. And Vredenberg now will facilitate, flip Woods, and that goes off a defender's leg. No reset. And the Shockwave now will get a chance to move it up. Good decision by Alex Pace. He'll hold it, wait for some troops with 10 seconds to go in the penalty. They'll hold it till they're at full strength and then have 10 seconds on the shot clock to go to work. All even here, bad pass. Good carom though to Patterson. Good to the trailer, beautiful fake, but a good late hit. So Josh Becker was in tight, and that's going to be an interference call. And that is going to go to the Shockwave. We're at the 10-minute mark. Jimerson getting harassed by Vredenberg. Big shot from Patterson. That was a BB, and we're all tied at 8. Anthony Patterson with the tying goal, so a 3-0 counter run from the Shockwave now, and we're once again tied at 8. Ball loose right near the St. Catharines bench. That goes off and out of play. And we're going to have an official's timeout, and when the dust settles, we'll let you know who has possession. Back to action here, tied at 8. Shockwave will get it over the timeline as Kyle Pedwell will work one-on-one, look for a screen, dump it back out. Henry couldn't get it clean. It goes over the timeline. Violation goes to the Timbermen. Udding will dump it off, and slow to change with a Shockwave. Timberman now with Simpson. He's got some room. He'll fake, go hard to the net, try to slide it in the far corner. Can't find the mark. Picked up by Hartley. He'll kick it back out. Fresh 30. Woods. Simpson. Big sidearm off the post. So Simpson's been sniffing that far corner. And Paris, one of the better throwing goaltenders in this league. Looking for Woods, but LaPrade will speed up as two speedsters going to work here one-on-one. Shockwave now on offense. One-on-one on that side. Patterson stopped. Ball loose, half boards. Picked up by Atwood. Lofts a pass, no look. Tried a basket catch. Did Josh Becker. Working on the boards. Eludes one, dumps it down low. Henry with all day. Up, down, stopped by Paris. Point blank. Timberman try to get it out. Shockwave pick it back up. Again, Henry, sidearm, stopped. Brett Paris doing the job here in the third as he again will let that bullet go too far. And it'll go down to the other end to Crowley, and back up the other way come the Shockwave. 7:50 to go here in the third. Seamus Shanahan out there. Ball swung over to the right side, back to the left, dumped to the middle. Good hesitation, but wrong stick side. Ill-advised pass. Not a lot going to happen there. Here come the Orange. Zach Thompson. It's good defense. Picked up the rebound again. Stopped by Crowley. So both netminders on their game here, keeping their team in it as we remain tied 8-8 with 7:15 to go in the third. Becker on the isolation. Look for a screen from Henry. He'll swing it over to the far side. Patterson shook a jive, tried to pop it in that corner, found the back of the screen, and the Timbermen now will go to work, get it over the timeline in dugouting. He'll dump it off to Simpson. Simpson's been more than a thorn in the Shockwave side as Patterson's going to help, but good stick skills, gets it across. Good overhand off the post. Rebound, though, to the Shockwave, and good speed was Corey Becker, and he parks it short side for his second of the game. 9-8 Shockwave. Some carpet repair, sort of. We're back to action here as the Shockwave with their first lead of this game since a 2-1 lead early in the first quarter. Clearly the momentum now as that one goes loose. A 4-0 run from the Shockwave, and 5-0. And 4-0. I stand corrected. As here come the Timbermen looking to halt this 4-0 run. Hartley dumps it off. Woods covered. Rolls around, underhand wide. No reset for Bradenburg on target. Crawley handled it, and he'll send away Vanderzam. Waiting for a screen, flips it back to Johnny Jimerson. Jimerson will swing it around right side. One-on-one. Plenty of contact there, but good job by Becker to get that shot off. And now the Timbermen will bring it up. Simpson bounces off one defender. Waits on the ISO and rolls through two. Takes a hit in the back, underhand wide. And that goes over the line. Bradenburg tried to save it, wasn't able to, and once again another drive-by, and there'll be more penalties. We'll have another Visionware power play. So Joe Hall and Quinn Halligan exchange some pleasantries on the way by. They'll spend 2 minutes each in the box, and teams will play 5 aside. Corey Becker at the top. He'll swing it around and work it to the left side. Interchange with Shanahan. Shanahan will flip it back. Becker quick, tried to skip pass. Wasn't there. Heads up Paris as he can zip that down this floor in a hurry. And with the low ceiling, he's become a master of that sidearm outlet. Woods finds a trailer. Thompson, flip pass goes awry. Hartley still battling in that corner for it. He gets knocked down, and it will stay here orange, and we will have another official's timeout. Set to go here with 4:27 to go. Timbermen now with possession. And they could use a little something here to stop this 4-0 run from the Shockwave as they've exploded out of the gate here for 4 unanswered, and they lead this one 9-8. And looking to pop that one top shelf was Kenny. Ball loose in the slot. Shockwave work it, and it's Bradenburg with the quick hands that fished it out for a fresh 30. And that's anywhere in this game of lacrosse, that is interference, and the Shockwave now will move it up. Atwood. Atwood very smart with the ball. Very solid, doesn't get rattled as a good hit from Utting forces a turnover, and here come the Timbermen with numbers. 3-on-1. Good pass ahead, knocked down though by Atwood. Timbermen do regain possession. And no reset with 20 on the clock. Thompson I'll lose one defender up the middle, underhand, right on target. Stopped by Crawley. Ball loose. And the Timbermen win that battle again. They'll get a fresh clock to work with 3:12 to go here in the third. Bradenberg will set it up, makes a good pass, but Thompson caught napping, and the Shockwave will bring it back up with Atwood. Atwood will wait, had a notion, had a thought. Waiting for a screen, gets it knocked away, still has it, rolls out of the way. 15 on the shot clock and then throws it away. Timberman now will bring it the other way. So not the best possession for Chris Atwood and the Shockwave, as the Timberman now will try to take advantage of it. Woods in trouble on the boards, slides out of that. Again, good stick fake to clear some room, and he'll dump it off, and all that work, and they manage to get it back. Woods does a good job with a little tap by on the way to the bench. That backhand attempt from Kenny tried to improvise, and it's going to be St. Catharines' ball. 2:15 to go here in the third. 9-8 Shockwave lead. It's been a good game here. Good move by Patterson one-on-one. Paris, though, has been up to the task here as he will send away the Timbermen. Good speed, Poole looking for that far corner. And the Shockwave trying to answer in transition, but they throw it away. Excellent job by Udding to corral it, get it to Vradenberg. Vradenberg will try to tiptoe, takes a double team, gets hit. Hartley keeps it over the line, dumps it back low, but it's picked off. Dylan LaPrade will look up. Thought about it and thought better of it. Over the timeline, he'll flip and retreat with a minute and a half to go here in the third. Pedwell goes to the bounce, steered aside. And the Timbermen with two in there. Three now. Battling for it, and they come away with it. Good forechecking, but an outstanding job done by Colton Armstrong to give his team an offensive possession. Kenny to Woods. They play the two-man game under a minute to go here in the third. Kenny, double team, dumps it off. Woods, 5 on the shot clock. No room. I had a sniff on the top corner, but a good save by Crawley. Thompson with the rebound, dumps it back. Woods, good fake. Looking corner, up, down, in. Woods changes his game and notches his second. And we've got ourselves tie game, 9-9. .41 seconds to go here in the third. And to no one's surprise, as LaPrade managed to send a backhand away just before the collision with a defender in the boards, as Timbermen knock it down. 25 seconds to go, ball loose. Picked up by the Shockwave, and they will call a timeout with 21.3 seconds to go. Set the stage here with 21 seconds to go. Shockwave, with the shot clock turned off, they will work it down for the last shot of this quarter. Tied at 9. 10 seconds to go here. They'll go to work. Round the horn, play set, curling off, overhands wide. Fished out by Henry behind. Paris gets it. Tries for the open net, and that will do it. We're through three quarters. Tied 9-9. All set for the fourth quarter here, and if the first three are any indication, we are in for a treat here. Tied at 9. Off the draw, it'll be possession to the Shockwave, who have carried the momentum here in this second half after trailing 8-5 heading into the locker room. They exploded for 4 unanswered to take the lead, and it was the Timbermen that came back late with the equalizer, and that's where we stand right now, tied at 9. Under 10, and going for the dunk was Corey Becker. Not able to come away with it cleanly, as it's not All-Star weekend in the NBA anyway. And the Timbermen now will go to work here. And we should see some very deliberate offense as that Hartley shot goes off a defender's helmet. No reset, 10 on the shot clock. Vradenberg looking through a crowd. Good stop by Crawley. And here come the Shockwave. Good transition defense from the Timbermen, as the double teams, they do a good job on Mitch DeMont. Mitch, though, a better job to hold on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Way out on the left side. 5. Becker, swim move, shot, steered aside, rebound, crease call. So good hands by Atwood, stick handling in a closet, but not able to find the back of the net. Here come Peterborough. Thompson. And coughing it up. And here come the Shockwave going to the backhand, but a good save at that end by Paris. And now the Timbermen will hurry and get it over the timeline, set things up. 13-10 to go here in the fourth. Woods airmails that. Karam played nicely, though, by Hall. Hall shot wide of the mark. And Vanderzalm will flip, get out of traffic, and LaPrade will trot into the offensive end before retreating to the bench. Delayed penalty going to be called on the Timbermen, as we're going to have another Visionware power play here, and it's going to be the Shockwave that are going to have a chance to regain the lead. Atwood from downtown picks the top corner, his third of the game, and it's 10-9 Shockwave. So when the dust settled, Travis Elvins, the guilty party, he's going to spend 5 minutes in the box. And we've seen this a turning point in some of these early games here in the Arena Lacrosse League, as special teams play a big part. So Chris Atwood's goal counts on the delayed call. And now the Timbermen will try to work some clock here with plenty of time to kill in the penalty. You look at the Shockwave, and power play struggling at 43%, PK at 63%, but you look over at the Peterborough penalty kill, and it's at 27%. So the Shockwave now with just one power play marker in this game. They go back to work here looking for more. Atwood. Pinpoint accuracy from anywhere on this carpet, as he'll settle in on the right shooter spot and send the skip pass across. And this time it's Josh Becker that lights it up for the second time, and it's 11-9 Shockwave. So one power play marker on this 5-minute power play. Violation off the draw, and the Timbermen now will get it and try to kill some clock. The key here is, if you're Peterborough, to try, of course, to kill every 30-second opportunity you can. If you're the Shockwave, you want to try to put the ball in the net as many times as you can in this 5 minutes to take advantage of it. And with 3:35 to go, Shockwave now have possession in the offensive end. Same setup with Atwood, working with Josh Becker, as they'll work that left side, and then everyone will get a touch. Two-man game on the interchange, and good defense to jump it. Atwood again, that one off a defender's leg, fortunately, and a beautiful pass from Paris on the outlet. Poole cuts in, flips. Vredenberg, quick shot off the post. Double team. Vredenberg doing a good job. No call on the interference. And here come the Shockwave. Atwood will think better of it. And then he'll reload. Big save from Paris as he popped it off the shoulder. And the Shockwave, though, with a fresh 30 to work with, 2:38 to go in the power play. Atwood sizing it up. He'll inch his way in. Kick back out. Becker swing. Quick stick off the post. We will, at the 10-minute mark here, we are looking to have, we'll wait on the officials' timeout as back to work go the Shockwave. As they'll work the right side. Atwood, they've been dangerous. Good job, big rebound. Crease called as Patterson just caught a bit of the white line, and now we will have our officials' timeout. 9:51 to go here. 2:16 left in the Peterborough penalty as Vredenberg with Vanderzalm all over him will keep possession and work the clock down. Trying to get it to at least under 2. He'll dump it off, and Joe Hall. They'll let it run out, and Hall will lose it just in time, and here come the Shockwave. Alex Tomas will think better of it, and he will kick it back out to Corey Becker. And Patterson now on the half boards will swing it back to the top. The other Becker working the quarterback spot. Dump down, free shot down there as interference the call. And that's one of the things you look at. Chris Atwood, you just parked a couple here, got the momentum. You get a wide open shot and you look for the quick stick down low. Might have been best to take that opportunity and not worry about the screen. Either way, Timbermen now with Kenny. He's going to work down the shot clock down to under 10. Scrum ensues in that corner. As 5 on the shot clock. And they call a trap, and it'll be possession St. Catharines with 54 seconds to go in this power play. Visionware power play was 5 minutes long. They've only surrendered a goal on it. So if you are Joe Sullivan and the coaching staff for the Timbermen, you got to be pleased with that up to this point. But, of course, with 35 seconds left, still time on the clock. 10 on the shot clock. Atwood, curl around. They'll extend that D as he goes from deep. Can't find the mark. That's going to be a violation. And Udding's going to pick it up down deep at the other end. Tiptoed along that crease. And he'll pull it back out. So a lot of hooting and hollering going on that Peterborough bench with under 10 to go in the penalty. Shockwave forced a turnover, and they will bring it up. But a very good stick check right there from Colton Armstrong. And a great job, great hustle by Calhoun to get it over the timeline as he has drawn a delayed penalty, and the Shockwave will go on another Visionware power play after this possession. Henry's shot blocked, and it goes over the glass and out of play. Colton Armstrong guilty of tripping with 7:10 to go, and we mentioned Joe Sullivan and the Timbermen coaching staff can't be pleased as discipline an issue here in the late going of this fourth quarter. So Shockwave now back to work on the power play. Interchange dumped off, and a quick stick from Atwood. Good save from Paris off the pad, and a reset for St. Catharines. Johnny Jimerson, as Atwood was able to tee that one up. That went off the defender and off Paris and will remain here. St. Catharines possession. 6:35 to go, minute 20 to go in the power play. Round the horn it goes. Screen set, bounce shot wide, and doesn't touch any of the rafters. Will go all the way the length of the carpet, and it'll be Peterborough possession deep in St. Catharines' end. Simpson. Been a bit quiet here in the fourth after having a strong first three quarters. Again, gets away from two defenders. Just lost it at the last second. So potentially a goal saver, courtesy Johnny Jimerson and his quick stick. And the Shockwave will trot over the timeline and go to work with 47 seconds to go in a man advantage. Josh Becker at the top again, same setup with Atwood on the right shooter. They'll interchange on both sides depending if they want to go left or right. Gapping that box. And a good quick stick down low, and finally they connect. Atwood to Henry, and it is 11-9. So two power play markers here in the fourth quarter have increased the St. Catharines lead to 12-9. And my apologies, again, my counter a bit off as LaPrade takes a double team, still fends off 2-3 defenders, taking a whole lot of whack and finally gets knocked down. But St. Catharines regains possession. They kick it back out. Swinging across under 10, Atwood cocks the lock, and that's going to go through the top corner and in for Chris Atwood, his fourth of the game, and it's 13-9 Shockwave. Crew Chief Mike Sullivan doing a good job. He was right on top of that as the ball clearly went through the mesh top corner on the Atwood bullet. Use some lace to patch that hole, and Timbermen now shook it and jive, and a beauty goal. Vredenberg on the scoreboard, and it's 13-10. So the Timbermen showing some life as their captain Mark Vredenberg with his second of the game closed the gap to 3 here, and the Shockwave though with possession, and again with 4:45 to go in the fourth, they're going to be very deliberate here on offense. They cough it up there, and over the timeline violation. It's going to be Peterborough ball, and we're going to have ourselves another officials timeout. .438 to go. Timbermen looking for something here, trailing by 3 as they go to work on offense. Kenny's been quiet since the opening quarter. Working around, Simpson one-on-one with Patterson, comes and again finds the post. So Simpson's hit at least 3 posts here today as Paris will zip that up to the offensive end. Simpson again, that bounce shot, stopped. Here come the Shockwave now. They'll look to go to that back door. Good stick check, and not sure about that call. Looked like it, I think what they're saying is it got touched, knocked down, but tell you, it's a tough crowd as Shockwave now back door, overhand 5-hole. So Kyle Pedwell gets on the board for the first time in this game, and it's 14-10 Shockwave. So head coach Joe Sullivan and crew chief Michael Sullivan, no relation of course, but sure having a conversation like they were related. 14-10 here with 3:30 to go. And Isaac van der Zalm able to elude a couple of defenders. Ball loose. Picked up momentarily by the Timbermen. They now have possession. Get it back, and they'll move it up. Trailing by 4. Got to attack that net now. That shot wide of the mark. Woods, though, fresh out of the bench, gets the rebound, and he sends it over to Vredenberg. Vredenberg rolls, tries to tuck it in, but no room there by Crowley. And St. Catharines now will hustle it up over the timeline. Pace gets met with a defender, and he dumps it off to Pedwell. Pedwell looking for a cutter, finds him in Henry, can't field it cleanly. And a good job there from Josh Becker to shrug off a defender and park his third of the game. And that will make it a 5-goal lead for the Shockwave. .244 to go here, and a lot of bleep, bleep, bleeping going on. So if you're not of age, make sure you cover your ears. As that ball goes loose, Paris will come up, backhand, send it down the carpet. Gatt will get it and send it back the other way. 2:30 to go here in the fourth. Splitting the D and going hard to the net, dumps it off to Henry, finds the post, goes up over the rafters clean, and Poole with a breakaway. One-on-one, good save by Crowley. Here come the Shockwave with 2:10 to go. Good flip to Pedwell. Still got plenty of time to work the clock as they shovel, dump, and top corner, and that looks like Johnny Jimerson with his third, and it's 16-10. .210 to go, and the Shockwave with their largest lead of the game. Leading by 6 with under 2 minutes to go, and time for the officials to make sure that they keep things under wraps here. As Brett Coons doing his best steamroll imitation. Woods picks up the loose ball. Good stop by Crowley. And Shockwave had it more momentarily. They kick it up. And it's Corey Becker. 3-on-1, and it's going to be a too many men call. So the Timbermen will go back to work with another Visionware power play. So you'd like to think with 1:29 to go, cooler heads would prevail, but Joe Sullivan certainly doesn't have one of those at the moment. As the Timbermen will go to work, sidearm just wide, and it will go over the timeline. And Joe Sullivan still giving Michael Sullivan an earful. Not sure when that's going to get capped, but the sooner the better. And I think that's going to be, I think that's probably about time, as that'll be a bench minor to Joe Sullivan. So again, another Visionware power play nullified, as these two teams will play 4-on-4. And I can understand Joe Sullivan's frustration, but maybe he needs to look down the bench at some of the costly penalties here in the fourth. As we were tied 9-9, under a minute to go here. Shockwave are just going to try to wind it down. As Becker's going to curl out, dump it, Patterson shot. Violation, 40 seconds to go here in the game. Paris to Udding. Udding, 1-on-1. He'll go to the net on LaPrade. LaPrade, good speed. Two speedy guys matched up there. Kick back out. And you're going to have to get a shot off at some time. Goalie pulled, overhand, stopped. And a good job by Armstrong, as we are under 20 seconds to go here in this game. So it looks like the Shockwave are going to come away and up their record to 5-0 and remain unbeaten, as the Timbermen will fall to 3-1. So Dylan LaPrade, the last Visionware power play for the Timbermen with 3 seconds to go. They dump it down low, and that's the game as the Shockwave close out strong with a big fourth quarter, and they win this one 16-10.